Moving to officers report, Mayor.
Mr. Chairman, I have one issue that I'd like to bring before council. Years ago, as far back as I can remember, it was always at the discretion of the mayor to grant handicap parking spaces for people in town. A number of years ago, a group of council who got on council decided that they wanted to take that away from the mayor and form a committee, and they redid the whole handicap parking situation, and there was another person designated as to go out and you know, evaluate the area where they wanted to put handicap parking, so and so. In the last couple of weeks, I've gotten numerous phone calls from people who have handicap spaces in town, and basically giving me a hard time because they come up, they fill out an application, there's an application fee, they pay for that. There's, when it's granted, they have to pay to have the sign installed in front of their properties saying that, you know, no parking, handicap parking. Their complaints to me have been that other people who have handicap placards are coming and parking in their spots, and they're being told it's allowed that they can be parked there because they too have the handicap placard. But the residents who've paid to have these signs put in, who've paid to have the application processed, they're saying they paid for that spot, and when they go to park there, they can because someone else is parked there. There's already a handicap, they have a handicap sticker, so that the police come down, say it's legal, and there's nothing can be done about it. Now, when this group of council took over, you know, handling handicap parking, and they revamped everything, and they, you know, they restructured the handicap application, I had asked at that time if the borough could do anything, whereas put signage up saying that that spot is reserved for plate number such and such, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, you know, 4, 5. I was told by the solicitor at the time that it's against the law to do that, but yet other municipalities have them. Monterey City has them, Mount Carmel has them, Coltmont has them, but yet our solicitor told us at that time, it wasn't your firm, it was a different solicitor, that that is not legal, but yet other municipalities do it. I'm having these people calling me saying they've paid for this spot, but yet other people, I'm being told other people could park there who have a handicap placard. I don't know what to tell these people. Is it any person who has a handicap placard could park there? Can we do?
Yes and yes. So we have the exact same issue going on in Schuylkill Township now, exact same issue, and in Mackley Borough we had it as well. And the handicap parking issue is actually governed by the Motor Vehicle Code, which authorizes a municipality to establish handicap parking rights, but without a designated permitting mechanism. Meaning, what Mackley Borough is going to now is we have the standard placard that says handicap parking, but permit number 1, permit number 2, which correlates to that applicant that made the payment. But otherwise, if there's just a placard up there, a standard placard that you see anywhere with the blue lines, anyone can park there. Put a handicap license plate or the mirror. So what I'll do, how about if I do this for you folks? I'll get you the opinion letter I just generated, the Schuylkill Township. I'll get you Mackley Borough's ordinance that we're still planning.
Well, I mean, first of all, the privilege of me giving out handicap spots has been taken away from me.
Okay.
I don't do that anymore. Okay. It all goes through council now. Yeah. But yet when there's a problem, they call me.
Yeah.
I just want to find, and I don't know what to tell them. Because I was told years ago that we couldn't do it, but yet people bring up to me, well, other towns and other municipalities do.
Well, that's what he's recommending, that we get McAdoo's.
I'll send
and we can look at it and we can see.
But I'll send you the actual statutes.
Okay.
But when the police tell you, yeah, any individual that has a mirror hand placard or a license plate could park in any handicap designated spot, even if I paid.
Okay, well, any information you could get me so I know what to tell people, and maybe council could review it and look and see maybe there's something we can do.
Very good.
Okay, thank you. That's all I have.
All right, we'll move on to old business, Schuylkill County Tax Bureau repository sale. All right, these are the parcel numbers for the repository sale. It is 300 West Penn Street. The bidder is the borough. Price is $1. 39 West Cole Street. Bidder is Borough Shenandoah, price is $1. 23 Northwest Street, bidder is the Borough Shenandoah for $1. 520 West Mount Vernon Street, Borough Shenandoah, $1. 403 West Oak, Borough Shenandoah, $1. 401 West Oak, Borough Shenandoah, $1. 235 West Oak, Borough Shenandoah, $1. And 233 West Oak, Borough Shenandoah, $1. What's the pleasure of the body? Purchase these under the repository sale.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Roseanne,
I'll second it.
second by Paul. On the question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We'll move on to Your Choice Energy Supply Contract.
I think it's PennDOT J-break ordinance, right? Or did we do all that while I was on for that?
Oh, I jumped down to a spot, sorry, PennDOT Jake Brake Ordinance.
Okay.
This is the response and request to putting a Jake Brake Ordinance. The department conducted traffic and engineering study at the above-mentioned location. As a result of their study, it determined that the department is not able to grant approval for requested prohibition due to the fact that multiple sections of the roadway grade exceeds the requirements set forth in publication 46 as follows. Publication reads, the average downhill grade does not exceed 4% within any 500-foot section of highway. That being, the change in elevation of road is never greater than 20 feet in any 500-foot section of downhill. There is one section of State Route 924 and two sections of State Route 54 that exceed this 4% requirement. In addition to this, State Route 924 contains a reduced gear zone with a downhill grade of 9% within the borough. So we have been denied the Jake Brake Ordinance specifications. And we're moving to the 2017 street paving program.
I didn't really have too much. Just that it was beginning, all I had on my little notes were, I can't find my little notes, it will begin after July 4th, around July 5th, somewhere in that proximity.
Thanks for public
That's about all it was,
If
yeah.
anybody needs more information, feel free to contact the borough and we'll be more specific on that. Sorry about the inconvenience. We'll move on to the solicitor's report.
Very good. On the cruise appeal, the Commonwealth Court issued its final opinion and order dated May 22nd, 2017, affirming Judge Miller's final injunction and permanent injunction order of March 4th, 2016. I went online this morning to see if any appeal posted, and the appeal process is such that it is a petition for allowance of appeal. Appeal to the Supreme Court is not an absolute in these types of cases. As of this morning, there was nothing posted. The clerk's office indicated by midday tomorrow, if there's nothing posted, there's no appeal effectuated. So I'm going to check at noon tomorrow. I have a call into Attorney Litvinov to see what his client's intent is. Just to highlight Miller's order, Judge Miller's order, he directed that the property be demolished immediately, and indicated that the raw sewage should be removed within 15 days from date of order, which was March 4th, 2016. Repair the sewer lines within 15 days, and failure to do so permitted the borough to go in and remediate all issues.
Okay.
So whatever council's wishes are.
My question is, and I'd like to cover this under a motion, that if there is no appeal as of noon tomorrow, I'd like to get a motion that we solicit bids, have a special meeting to start demolition on this. Would that be acceptable?
Yes.
Okay, at this time I'd like to ask for a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
Motion by Paul, second by Roseanne. On the question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Okay, I'll check with the council tomorrow and let you know if there's any changes. I'll send that to Mary, okay? Thanks. That's all I have.
Nothing else? We'll move on to new business, handicap parking application, 223 East Cole Street. They have met all requirements, all right? I'd like to, I don't want to table it, I don't want to deny them, but I'd like to,
You don't need a month to get extended.
let's table this one until next meeting. This way we'll have more
We'll
information
find out
about the
what's wrong with
permit. We
that.
can start the
We'll
permit.
get numbers.
Yeah. We'll table this one for the next meeting, for now. Okay, Your Choice Energy, electric supply contract. This is an energy supplier, and I'm sure everybody's received within their own homes about changing suppliers. PP&L just transports the electricity over. We would pay a rate of 0.05188 over 57 months. Our current charge right now is 0.0719. So we would be saving by taking Your Choice Energy money on our electric bill for the borough. And it was recommended by our borough consultant / manager that we switch to Your Choice Energy to save the borough money. Motion of the body?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Roseanne, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Robert. On the question?
On the question, Mr. Chairman, if for some reason, we're not buying, like, we're not signing a contract for so many years with them.
It's locked in, yeah, and it can't change.
Oh, it's locked in and it can't change,
It can't
okay,
change.
then
It's
it's
locked in,
fine.
it can't change.
Yeah, okay.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, we'll move on to private settle of 8 South Emmett Street. All right, the lot and improvement of 8 South Emmett Street, the bid amount was for $5,265.54. The bidders' names are Linda and Brian Kukowski. And the next one is Kukowski, Kukowski.
Thank you.
Also, a lot improvement in South Emmett. There's 3 parcels there. The bid for that part was $562.03, same bidders. The southwest corner of lot improvement of East Center, the bid was $612.83, and the bidders were Linda and Brian Kolkowski. All right, and then 238 East Center. It was a lot improvement at 238 East Center. The bid was $2,380.79, and the bidder's name were also Linda and Brian Kukowski. What's the pleasure of council to grant their request to purchase these parcels, bring them back on the tax rolls?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Roseanne, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Robert. On the question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We'll go into correspondence. You want to cover all of them?
Sure, the first one, we don't have a letter, that was that Bicon, remember, for child with
Yeah,
cerebral
that's
palsy.
Victoria Price. It was a verbally communicated thing. They would like to have a bike run. We're asking to block off the 200 block of Southwest Street for the parking of the bikes. And the bike run will run from Shenandoah to Borough and then back to Mr. Green's building. That's where it's going to be, the function afterwards is going to be held. But they're requesting that be blocked off as soon as the availability to open the street. They'll open it up, back up the parking, but it's just to keep the parking.
Could I ask the times of the, when they're gonna finish off at Mr. Green's building, could I ask the times?
They're saying it's going to end around 4 p.m.
Fine.
Yeah, they're saying it's going to end around 4 or 5 p.m. It's not going to run late night, so.
That's fine.
All right. You want to do the drama
Oh,
club?
sure.
She's a 4-year-old that has cerebral palsy in town. Her name's Victoria
So I'm
Price.
just going to read all of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The Shenandoah Valley Drama Club would like to can collect in Shenandoah on Main and Center Street. We were hoping this would be possible on Saturday, July 29, 2017, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We would abide by all the rules set in place while wearing safety vests. We will can collect on Main Street. We will also have orange cones set out for safety. If there are any problems or concerns with this, please call me, Lori Hoffman. I look forward to your response about our plan to let us know if we will be allowed to collect. Thank you, Lori Hoffman. Dear Borough Council, Downtown Shenandoah is planning the 19th Annual Heritage Day Festival with the 18th Parade of Nations, Saturday, August 26, 2017. It will be held on the main street this year. The parade will start at 10 a.m. on Jarvis Street and the festival will be after. We are asking for the police to put no parking signs from Center Street to Washington Street. PennDOT has asked that we put no parking signs on White Street for the trucks to make the turns. We will also need no parking signs on Jardine Street to Center Street for the parade. We will need a letter of approval from the borough for PennDOT. Thank you for your time. We hope you will find in our favor. Sincerely, Mary Luscavage. That's the same thing. Okay. Dear Shenandoah Borough Council and Mayor, on behalf of the Shenandoah Valley Basketball Booster Club, I am respectfully requesting permission to do a camp collection fundraiser at the intersection of Main and Center Streets. Adults only will do the collecting, and we will provide our orange vests and cones. The following times are in order of preference, and they give 3 dates. June 30th, which is out because of the Polish American Block Party with the fire truck parade. So there's July 7th and 8th, and please let me know if these times are available. Judy DeMela, Shenandoah Valley Basketball Booster Club. Same thing, dear Council and Mayor, on behalf of the Shenandoah Valley Volleyball Booster Club, I am respectfully requesting permission to do a can collection fundraiser at the intersection of Main and Center Streets during the Labor Day weekend. Adults only will be doing the can collecting, and we will provide our own orange vests and cones. And then they give the date of September 1st, September 2nd, or September 3rd, and they give the times, whatever is good with council.
Mary Lou, just one question. The one for the drama club, is that adults only also?
Yeah.
It say adults only.
Okay.
They
It
all,
has to be volleyball, they all say adults only.
they all do.
I'd like to ask for a motion to grant requests.
Make that motion.
Motion by Paul, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Roseanne. On the question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. At this time, I'd like to ask for a motion to pay all bills as money becomes available.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Roseanne, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Robert. On the question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, at this time, I'll open up the second portion, public portion.
Before anything, I'd
Okay.
just like the town to know that school is out now and the children are out with the bikes and all, so everyone be careful, be aware of the children.
All right, thank you, Paul. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I have a,
Can you stand, state your name? Well, I see a,
okay.
that's fine, you can sit if you want. But just please let your name and address for the record.
My name is Tammy Theriak. I live on West Charity Street in Shenandoah. I moved here about 13 years ago from Springfield, Massachusetts. I moved here to raise my family, and this is a nice town, but things changed in January when my two oldest sons had a gun held to their head on their way home from Shenandoah Mennonite Bible studies. As soon as they came home, I called the police. Nobody came, nobody responded to me. About an hour later, I got a call from a patrolman saying, well, we would come out, but we're dealing with a domestic dispute right now. I heard nothing back. I tried to call the chief of police the next day. Nobody would get back to me. About a month later, the same group of kids held a knife to two of my son's classmates' head. It was before school. They ran right to school and told the assistant principal of the school. The police were then called, and my two sons were brought in because these other two children knew that my sons had a problem with the same kid. Since then, I've had constant property damage by these people. This is Debbie McGinn. Her daughter-in-law has had 2 properties damaged by these kids. This is somebody else.
I had all my fence in my yard broken and my neighbor's gate was broken during the daytime. I have their pictures on my phone. They were actually caught.
And you say you do have it on,
You'll have it on
I
tape or
have the
pictures?
pictures of the kids breaking into my yard and my
Okay.
neighbor's yard.
Can you get that to the,
Debbie McGinn?
Yeah, that's Debbie. You had the
Okay.
garage
Your-
problem.
your-
I have
Your
a
garage,
lot of pictures if you'd like to see them.
and
I have the pictures of them in the yard.
in your yard?
Yeah.
These are all the same kids that vandalized Mark's Supply last week. They were all caught on camera. I was one of the,
Okay, Mr. Catullis, you had an incident with them?
Yes, they ripped my opener off my garage. I asked them to leave the premises and they said, go after yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now these are all the same kids?
They are.
Yeah.
okay.
I know all
And no
their
matter
names.
what we do, like, we had floodlights on, it's in an area that's surrounded by houses and fenced yard, there's signs up. Even when our dogs barked, we turned the floodlights on, and we came out, they weren't, like, discouraged to run away.
Basically,
When you called, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
that's good.
When you called the police and the police called you back, did the officer give you a name?
it was in January, so I don't remember. The kid that actually did it, we did go to the magistrate against him. He is in jail, but this is the rest of the kids that are in it. They call it squad. They
Squad?
yes, they call them the squad.
The squad?
Yeah. They live right behind Frankie Bresnick on West Cherry Street. They stand on their roof and sniper with a BB gun, 2 of them with their father. They
live behind Frank Bresnick, so that's Atlantic Street.
yeah, and I'm right on the corner of West Cherry and South Catherine.
Okay.
They do it in broad daylight, like literally.
Well, yeah, they have a lot of,
I have 2.
All right, well,
Let's get all their pictures to the police, you know,
Yeah.
something gotta be done here.
They know.
There is a video of them
Has to be
doing it.
done quick.
Video.
yeah.
If that's the same kid you're talking
Yeah.
about, Mark's the phone. I had a run-in with them kids also.
Yeah.
I have broad daylight.
Sounds like they're terrorizing the town.
Basically, what I'm here for is because there's 1, 2, 3, possibly more of us that are interested in starting something called, I call it SAVVY, S-A-V-Y, Shenandoah Against Vandalism by Youth. It would be like a community watch thing. I know we no longer have a community watch. We're a group of citizens that would like to, you know, walk the streets and report these things and, you know, see what we can do. I know there is no community watch right now. I'm not going to be standing on the street corner on Halloween handing out candy. I don't want to make carnivals. I just want this place to be safe. I don't want to see them damage the Little League field that, you know, I don't want to see them damage the Little League field or the football field or anything like that, you know, or like anything else in this town, you know.
Okay. So that was back in January when you said you called and no officer responded.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel, my opinion is President and Council, and I feel the rest of the council that have no problem with you forming that committee,
Okay.
you know?
No problem at all.
And we give you our support on it, anything we can.
Okay.
All right?
All right, thank you.
Yes.
In all fairness with our garage and things, the case is being handled
Okay.
by an officer he's handling it. However, one of the kids is 9. They cannot prosecute this child.
I'm
Well,
sure.
they could have children.
Well, children youth are involved with this family already. However, we're talking probably between both vehicles in the garage, $16,000.
I heard about that.
What
Was it
did
one
you-
a Porsche?
Yeah.
Yes, a Porsche and a 1962 Dodge Dart.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, I mean, I've got all the pictures, if you would like to see the horror. Their house was also spray painted with a 2-foot penis on Center Street in broad daylight. How would you like to be driving up Center Street and see that? The one child that is being charged could not have acted alone. His older brother, who he will not give up, has his name all over the garage, has his name on the cars, has his name on buildings throughout the town. That kid might be 12 or 13. Apparently all these children are on juvenile probation already. They're running amok. Like now, yesterday, these are older children now, my dogs were barking, I went out. They were trying to break into my neighbor's car at 8 o'clock in the morning. I looked out the door. Well, I won't tell you what they did, but however, they can proceed to go down Catherine Street. Like, they're bold. Like,
And like I said, they're snipering in broad daylight, 5:30 at night. I'm out there cooking and my husband says, oh my God, there's a little cabron, my husband's Mexican, the little cabron on the roof over there shooting at me. And sure enough, there he is. 2 of them with their father on the roof shooting at my neighbor's
Was the police
dogs.
notified?
Yep,
Did they come?
they came and they left.
well, see, our case is being taken care of. It's going to wait to go to
I
juvenile
go talk to
court.
these people.
However, who's going to pay for
Police have to
this?
go and talk to these
That's a legal issue between
Right.
them and.
Could you do me a favor, the next time you have to call the police, could you please make sure you get a name of the officer who responds? Because if I approach one of my officers and it's not them who responded to the call, they don't know what's going on.
Sure.
So if you could, anyone from the public, when you call the police and if they come to your house, could you please, ask them their names so that, if there's a problem, I know what officer I have to speak with.
Yeah, I'm just trying to prevent something bigger from happening.
Okay, well, I'm gonna, it seems like it's, well, you're saying it's the same group of kids. I'm gonna have a meeting, I'm gonna call the chief tonight, I wanna have a meeting with him tomorrow morning. I wanna see, exactly what, is being done with these individuals, with the ongoing investigations on on all the vandalisms that you have brought to my attention tonight.
Okay.
One thing I would suggest, can you get their numbers afterwards, Andrew, to give them
Sure.
an update?
Yeah.
Can you supply Andrew?
Yeah,
phone
if
number?
you give me your phone numbers, I will call you and
I
let
can
you know what.
give you names too. I'll do all that after
Okay.
the meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Yes.
Mr. Solicitor,
Yes.
going back to that cruise situation,
Yes,
he had a month from May 22nd to June 22nd, am I correct?
technically June 23rd in the morning, right.
Okay, well now, we're into the 26th.
Right.
And he still has time to,
No, it's just a matter of posting. I don't know if he posted. I can't see the dockets.
okay.
It's not real-time docket entries, you know what I mean? So if he did file anything, it'll post by noon tomorrow, if he filed it by Friday. Nothing posted this morning. There was no petition for allowance of appeal. And again, it's not an absolute. If he does take an appeal in the Supreme Court, he's asking for allowance to take an appeal. Please hear my case. And 90% of the times, maybe 95% of the times, they're rejected outright. So it never gets to the Supreme Court.
And so now we can move along with this demolition?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what the motion was. Once we get clarification, we're going to solicit bids and move on with the, Mr. Holland made the motion, Roseanne seconded to.
Okay, now I have one more question. Mr., our assistant over here,
Yes, Ms. Polvinsky.
yes, he
Wait,
told me that they would use,
Wait,
She's
I'm
changing
having
the
a
date.
problem.
Technical difficulties.
Taboo.
Go ahead, John, go ahead.
took me off the train of thought there. The money would come from grant money, and then it would be reimbursed by the county?
We're not sure on that yet. We're not sure on that. If there's a possibility we could get it through the grant money, if not, we would have to use our demolition money that we have set aside from the Community Development Block Grant.
Okay.
Pam Policonis,
Yes.
in 19 West Hall. I spoke with Mr. Bender on Friday, Gary Bender, and he assured me, and he checked with his solicitor, that that property would be taken care of under the grant money.
Well, that, we haven't got official notice, but that would be great if it's.
So you told me.
Okay. Till we get official documentation, I'm just saying, but we can go through our Community Development Block Program, and we have money for demolition, and we're fine with that.
Does that have to go for bid again, or will that go right to
Yeah, we'll put it
Mr.
up for bid.
Zakowski?
We'll put it up for bid. I said, we're gonna put it up for bid if, during the meeting,
You asked for a special meeting.
we ask for a motion to advertise, and we'll hold a special meeting just to take care of that bid itself.
Okay.
So.
Would you notify the public when that meeting is?
So we always
How
have
many
to-
buildings are gonna be, how many buildings are gonna be ripped? Just the three, or
It would be the-
the five of them? I mean, the
would
other
be-
two are just as bad as the three, except they have a roof on.
It would be
Seriously,
his property.
the whole thing.
The property that he owns.
Okay, that's all, that's seven, five
Would be
buildings.
the complex.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Greenberg, 531 West Lloyd Street. I'm a few. First of all, over the weekend, I was in William Penn, and there was a water main break. And water main was coming down St. Paul Street, and it was pouring since Friday night. All day Saturday, all day Sunday. The neighbors, I went up and I said, "Where's the water coming from?" They said, "We called the water company." Water company said they had no one there to fix it. "Don't worry about it, won't be in your sewers. We'll get it first thing Monday." My thing is, on Friday, I was driving around, and there was a water truck down on Mrs. Wycheck's house, and Mr. Wycheck's house, when a person,
By the way, it's
What?
my check, it's not white check.
or my check, I said my check.
No, you did not.
All right, well, Mr. Wycheck. Now, how could the borough pay for all this water for 2.5 days when there was something done on a property that they have? Now, I know,
You better back up a few words.
okay,
The water truck was there to shut the water off, and that's all they did.
that's all they did.
Yeah,
That's
it was
all.
a private contractor there, I was there.
Why didn't you stop?
Yeah, I was there.
All I'm saying
I
is,
had a piece of pipe that was the leak in my truck. I was there. It was a private contractor that was doing the work.
well, when we had problems with the water company on a weekend, and we as the taxpayers paying for all this water,
If I understand it correct, Eileen, all right, they'll try calling the gentleman. They're not on call 24/7 on the weekend. Am I correct on it? We try calling them. If they're on vacation, we don't have somebody to go dig. So
Turn it off?
we work, what if we don't have anybody there to turn it off? If they're not available? So you can't say they did nothing. They were notified, whoever contacted them back and said, we'll get their money, because they didn't have the availability to do the work or shut it off. So in the subject.
So that anyone could go, even private contractor, to shut water off. That's all they do is shut the water off.
No, there was an arrangement made prior to this, from what I understand, to have them come down to shut his water off so he could get work done. So they were available at the time.
Okay, all I'm saying is, I was there for 2 days watching this pour. Another question. Last meeting when you all came in gangbanging, as far as putting this one on a water company, this one on a sewer apartments, this one on, why is all these jobs, again, with council, not being set out there to bid in the paper?
We've requested people to serve on the water authority and the sewer authority numerous times.
I didn't see nothing in the paper.
It was at meetings. Look through the minutes. You have copies of all our
I
meetings.
do have copies of meetings.
We've asked for
When you
people-
came in last meeting, all you said was this,
and
and
it's
this.
saving the borough money because we do not get paid sitting on the authorities.
Well, no, because you can't get 2 checks.
Yeah, we're not getting paid for it.
All right, all I'm saying is, it's going back to where it used to be, and you're opening up to the people.
It has been asked numerous times in this meeting room for people that are interested in vacant sewer authority positions and vacant water authority positions to please submit their names.
In the meeting, can we put in the paper when there's something up for, it can't be big bang boom in one meeting. We the people that were here didn't even know what was going on, because we're changing so many chairs.
It's been a long time. It's a mute point with me. It's been a long time that we've been asking for people to sit on authorities and we have not gotten any requests. Next.
All right, these properties for the borough now, are they going to be under money that we put from our tax, that 1 millage that everybody pays into?
When you
That
say,
demolition,
what's your
like
specific
from the
question?
properties that,
We purchased them with the intention of demolition.
right, and that will come from the money that we put in a separate account.
We don't have a separate account for demolition. We have the Community Development Block Program money that we use for demolition. There is no separate account for demolition.
So then when that 1 millage came out last year,
1 millage is for overall upkeep and skills of the borough. It's not specifically designed for any special project.
I thought it was for people that didn't have insurance for the fires and stuff, and that's what it was going.
No. Wrong interpretation there.
Okay, Leo.
Yes.
Question, Eric Tappan, Barris Court, 313 West Chester Street, Shenandoah. On your account balances, you have a demolition fund.
But that's what
Where is that money coming from?
That's from the Community Development Block
Okay,
Program money.
community
That's the line item that we know what we have out of the Community Development Block Program money.
Now, another question. For Tommy, Salvador. On Oak Street again, God love you, you did a fantastic job by picking up that garbage. Guess what? We're back with garbage bags.
Did you know that that was a paid garbage bill? And they were storing it there? They paid their garbage, they just never put it out on the sidewalk?
No.
It was a paid garbage bill,
Well,
wasn't that?
I told you what she told me. I was only telling you what she told
Yeah,
me.
it was a paid garbage bill, and then that was rectified when Tommy took
Okay.
action on it.
So now all these garbage bags are back there again. Did you see it lately?
Yes.
Leo?
I
Okay.
drive by it.
So
We'll be
why
back down
is she
again.
not putting her garbage, we have to put our garbage out. Why is she not putting hers out?
We will address that, have her place it on the street with garbage collection.
Okay.
The
I know it's
landlord's
an
not-
ongoing, and I know it's an ongoing situation between her and her landlord.
Yeah,
Yeah. But why should anybody living in that block have to go with that stuff sitting there? And God love you, Tommy, I know you did, and the garbage men
Yes.
by picking it up. But however, we're back to square one again.
it'll be addressed whether that she has to place out of collection.
Okay, that's all I want to know. Thank you.
Leo, on that, properties that were sold you're selling for $1 to these people?
No, the borough bought them for $1. The borough bought those properties for $1.
I was gonna say, is there gonna be demolition on these?
As I read it, that's the purchase them from the repository sale. You've got to listen to these meetings, please.
I'm trying, I'm hard hearing.
We purchased them through a repository sale so that we take possession of them. Because we have to have possession of them, like, to prove me and everything, to do demolition on them. All right, so they are now, we'll purchase them for $1, then we can set it up through a Community Development Block Program for demolition. All right, they're not all going to get taken down at one time. It's going to be as funds become available, but we look at the most ones that are, you know, causing the most harm, like, you know where we're going first, you know where we're going first, you know, but that's how you judge on what you're gonna do, which demolition property you do. Next. Yes.
JP Dombrowski, 316 West Oak. I was going to bring up what we already said about the garbage on the corner. But the next block up, 200 block of Oak Street, on the corner of St. Michael's is the lot. The next two houses in, they're wide open.
They're on, that's, the old urbanizers properties, that's on what we just purchased.
Because I went out for work the one day, and whoever lives across the street, I couldn't really make them out. They came out with a bag of garbage and threw it through the window. Nice. I just didn't know.
You see that recording. Don't be afraid. Call, let us know. But what's going to happen, what has to happen, people have to understand that you make complaints, you see things, you have to be willing to go in front of the judge and testify. I've done it in West Money Township years ago when I got an illegal dumper. They said, would you testify? I said, yes. It was cleaned up the next day. The guy paid the fine. So you have to be willing to go in front of the judge. You can't say, well, I've seen it, but I don't want to get involved. You got to get involved.
Right. That's the thing. I came out, and the horn beat, they were getting picked up for work. So he threw the bag in there, got in the car, and he took off. Like, I was just pulled out of my spot. I couldn't get a license plate or anything. They just flew.
But if you see it, we ask that you please get involved.
If you can.
Right.
Next. Yes.
Hi, Alyssa Heinzelman, 107 East Coast Street.
Yes.
Question. It's not about the building behind your house, but I'll talk to you, I guess, tomorrow then about that. I didn't know you were going to put the old Litz Club, which is across the street from my house. Do you know who owns that, like, giant property right there? Because the weeds are about, like, 5 feet high.
No, I do not.
And my car got sprayed.
I looked on the parcel locator. It's in the name of James Hilbert. And
He passed away.
and James and Joanne Hilbert. She passed.
So,
according to Schuylkill County parcel locator.
so what, like, who owns that? Like, what? Because it's just like a breeding ground for, like, the cats and the skunks.
Well,
I mean, I have enough from the building behind me, like, I don't want them in front of my house, too.
Well, we'll have to dig into that deeper to find out who would be responsible if it possibly could be the county.
We'll look into it tomorrow.
It may be a property that's on a repository sale again, or in the upset sale. But
So we'll look into it.
technically, the Helberts still own it.
Yeah, even though they're deceased.
They're deceased.
They're
So
Okay, also,
we'll see what we can do about getting weeds cut down there.
okay, and then the other end of the block where that fire was a few years back, where it took down half the block, that's the same way. So I don't know who takes care of that either, but I mean, I'm not going out there anyway. And that's where all these animals are coming, and they're coming from all different directions.
Okay.
So could you check that out too?
Yeah, that's where the fire was on East.
Cool.
East Coast, yeah, with the fatalities, multiple fatalities. All right, anyone else? If not, this meeting is adjourned.